Are you ready to turn your skills and expertise into consistent income? In this video, you'll discover 5 online business models that you can launch today without complicated products, a bunch of tech, or a huge social media following. And if you stay until the end, I'm going to share with you the exact step-by-step blueprint to get started in building this business now. So let's dive right in. What's the first online business model you can do? The first and easiest is absolutely going to be coaching or consulting. Now, why is that the first? Because it doesn't require you to do a lot. If you are clear on the person that you serve, the problem that you solve, the promise that you make, you can get into a conversation with somebody today, make an offer, and get a paying client. You don't need to have a bunch of complicated funnels. You don't need to do webinars. You don't need to run ads. You don't need to, create a partnership with China to create products and widgets that are going to be, shipped to you. You literally are offering a service. So coaching and consulting is often the easiest place to start. Now, for you to do this, it would require you to have specialized knowledge. You would need some sort of expertise. So have you solved a recurring and painful problem in your own life? Maybe it's a health and fitness transformation that you had, or a relationship impact, or an improvement of your career or your financial situation. Those are all examples of you taking something that you've created transformation in yourself and now packaging it into coaching or consulting. So that is often the easiest. It is not the most scalable though, because it's a direct demand of your time, right? If you're doing one-on-one coaching or even group coaching, there's only a ceiling of the number of clients that you can work with because of the time that it takes. So know that this is not the most scalable, but it's a great first place to start if you're looking to build an online business. The second great online business model are online courses. Now, these are totally scalable because imagine having a course that people pay you $500 or $1,000 for, and you sell 10 or 20 or 50 of these things a month. You can create a multi-six-figure coaching business, right? Because you've got people purchasing your course and you don't have to fulfill anything. Now, I don't want to mislead you and say that it's that effortless. You still need to actually create the curriculum and the course in the first place. So to my point I made earlier about coaching or consulting, you still need to be an expert. You still need to know your stuff. If you don't have clarity on the person you serve, the problem that you solve, and the promise that you make, it's nearly impossible to create an online course. The other thing is that it takes more time to monetize and get to $5,000 a month or $10,000 a month or $20,000 a month through an online course. Why does it take more time doing it that way? Because if you don't have an audience yet, it's a numbers game, right? Think about it. If you're charging $1,000 a month for your coaching, then all you need is 10 clients. But if you're charging $500 for a course, you need to sell 20 of those courses to get to $10,000 once. And then 20 of those again the next month to $10,000. So it's much easier, right, to actually get to that first 6 figures in any online business through a service than through a product. Now, if you already are a celebrity, let's say that you are a YouTube creator or an Instagram creator, and you've already got an audience of raving fans, then sure, if they already know, like, and trust you, and you've got thousands or hundreds of thousands of followers, then package a course together and see if they buy it. And that's a great online business model to consider. So that's the second. The third are membership communities. Now, membership communities is what all the big coaches, speakers, thought leaders are doing today. When you think about the Tony Robbins of the world, the Brendon Burchards, the Grant Cardones, they have these membership communities that instead of people paying you one time for an online course, they're paying you monthly. And although it may not be the full $9.97 that they paid for the course, it's maybe $97 or $47 or $27 a month, you now have recurring revenue and scalable recurring revenue. Imagine waking up on the first of every month, no matter what, and having 10K a month coming in or 20K a month coming in from dozens or hundreds of customers and clients. That's what's possible with a membership audience. But just like online courses, I wouldn't suggest you consider this type of model until you've built your audience. You got to start with the audience first, and then you can do that. If you want to learn around membership courses, who to learn from, there's a guy named Stu McLaren. You can Google him or find him on YouTube. He's one of the best guys out there on that business model. The fourth one is done-for-you services. Now, this again implies that you have specialized knowledge and expertise. But instead of you doing coaching, which is you kind of asking questions, advising someone what to do, and they do it themselves. You're actually doing the service for them. So maybe you decide to start a Facebook ads agency or a YouTube advertising agency or a graphic design company, right? Or a video editing company. These are all done for you services. These are something that many people are willing to pay for to not have to do themselves. And this is a rapidly growing market. The challenge with this is that it's the most time intensive. Nothing's more time intensive than doing the service for your clients. With that said, you can charge a lot for done for you services, right? So instead of doing business coaching, you're doing business consulting. For example, I've got a client who is a CFO. He's a contract CFO. Instead of him advising them on their financials, he's actually acting as a contract CFO, chief financial officer in this company. He's charging $100,000 a year per client, right? Not scalable, but he needs 5 clients or 10 clients, and he's got a $500,000 to $1 million business doing that. So it's a really, really lucrative model if you choose to build that model. The fifth and final one is digital products. Now, a digital product may sound similar to the second one, which is an online course, but imagine a digital product as a smaller product than that. So instead of an online course that you charge $1,000 for, imagine it being a template or a guide or a tool that they can use. Maybe they're paying you $7 for it or $20 for it or $50 for it, right? These are not alone going to make you rich, but what they are going to do is going to create customers. And it's a lot easier to sell higher ticket services like coaching or consulting or done for you services or online courses. It's a lot easier to sell those to customers than it is to strangers. And notice the distinction here. A stranger is someone who's never bought anything from you. A customer is somebody who's giving you their credit card to buy something. And if they bought a digital product, whether it's a journal, a template, a meditation recording, whatever it is, even though that doesn't make you rich, it will build a customer that has higher know, like, and trust factor with you and is willing to invest in themselves. So that's a fifth and important business model that you do not want to neglect. So as a recap, the 5 online business models that you can start with just your expertise. It doesn't require tech. It doesn't require products and all that stuff. Are coaching or consulting services, number 1, online courses, membership communities, done for you services, and lastly, digital products like templates, guides, tools, scripts, things like that. Now I'm curious, now that you know these 5 online business models, which one feels the most useful, valuable, and of interest to you? Go ahead and comment below and let me know. I'm just curious from my audience what type of online business you're going to build. If you got value from this video, then I have a quick favor to ask. Subscribe to my channel. I've noticed recently that many of you aren't subscribed. You just watch the videos, and what would allow me to do this more is getting more subscribers. So if you've gotten value from this and you never want to miss a future video, go ahead and hit subscribe. And as I promised in the beginning, if you want the step-by-step blueprint to actually build this online business, I strongly encourage you to watch my free online course. It's a playlist of videos on my YouTube channel. It maps out step-by-step how to start a profitable business. If you want to go through that and implement that so that you start getting clients and customers, then click up here, go watch that course, and I'll see you in the next video.